Good morning, dear students. I, Vidya Sagar, your S teacher, welcome you all in the e-learning class of Modern International School History. I am going to start subject history of Standard 8, and this is third video lecture on the topic tribal dikus and a vision of golden age, and this is fourth chapter of your book. Dear students, as we have discussed about the Birsa Munda, then further about the tribals and their survivals. Now we will see that these tribals, they ever survived their life with the help of the barter system. As in geography you have already studied about it, that barter system, it means the exchange of goods without use of money. It means some of the things you have, you can exchange it in the other place, and further they were giving these things, and further they were returning it with the valuable forest produce. Like they bought the goods with the small amounts of earning they had, and they did the odd jobs within the village. It means those of the tribals who were including regarding the cutting of the trees and regarding the selling it, they were also doing some other kinds of job, like the carrying the loads, building the roads, and as well as the other laborers. They were also working as the peasants or the farmers. Like when the supply used to be decreased, then peoples also used to wander in search of the work as laborers, but few of them were ready to work as a laborers. But the Bagas, basically who were from the central India, you can say the forest of the Madhya Pradesh, you will find that the Bagas, they were reluctant. It means unishuk. They were not ready to go from that forest because they saw themselves as this forest is our home and we would not move from here at any cost. So they were also living in this forest, and this was, it means the Bagas, they seems it that when we will move from here, it's against our dignity, it is our home, and we will live here till our lives. And just the tribal groups, they were needed to buy and sell in order to able to get the goods that were not produced within the locality. It means the same barter system is here, that whatever the things was available, and those they were trading with those things, and they were taking those things which are not easily available at the time. So these were the things, that's how they were surviving their life. And as they were depending on the traders and moneylenders, then traders came with the things, it means those things which they want, and sell the goods with the high prices. Like they also have the money, while they were selling the forest produce, they also have the money, and they were buying these things from the sellers. As the money lenders, they also give the loans, but it was on the high interest. It means they were giving the loan, but those peoples, those tribals peoples, they were in the burden of the interest, high interest, which was being given by the money lenders, and further they were earning the interest with them. As so for the tribals market and commerce, they were often covering with the debts and poverty, and that's why they were came to see the moneylender and tribals as evil outsider, and they also knew it as that they are the cause of the misery, as well as they are the outsider who are ruining their life. It means who are destroying their lives. Dear students, here in the given map, the different tribal people's name is given here, so you will find out the state and in the right side you will write down the name, okay, and submit it. So some of them were herding animals. These type of work, these were known as the huntings, as they were also including in the herding as well as running animals. They were pastoralists, those who move with the herds of cattle. Or again continuing, dear students, that they were moving from the Ladakh area and the one Gujars which were from Punjab hills and the Labdis of Andhra Pradesh, as well as the cattle herders and Gaddis of Kulu, or you can say the Himachal Pradesh, as well as the Bakarwals who were from the Jammu and Kashmir. They were such pastoralists, Charwaha. It means such places they were residing where they are getting the pastoral for their cattle, and once when it is exhausted they used to move through the other places. This type of activities which was relatively they were using it. It means they were just once the all the pastoral which used to be finished from that place, they used to move in the other places. And as we used to think about the year and calendar, like these are the one type of settlement where you have seen that they were surviving their life with the help of the hunting, gathering. The another medium through which they were surviving their life was the agriculture. And since they were settling, as they started settling at a particular area, then they also came to know that we have to stay here for a long time, because the crops, it took a long time to grow, ripe and harvest. Since a study case is given here by a time to hunt, a time to sow, a time to move to a new field. It means the different societies and the different peoples, you will see that they all have the same work and time, but the lives of the shifting cultivations and hunters were in different regions was regulated by a calendar. That means in Hindi calendar, as we consider like that, it is considered here like the one of the anthropologist. Dear students, those persons who study about the human being and their past, those they are considered an anthropologist. And it was Warrior Alvin, who was British and who live among the Bagas and Khons, which was in central India, you can say in the Madhya Pradesh, during the year 1930s to 1940s, and gives a picture of calendar which was given of task, which was like that, like the Chaitra, which is the starting month, like from after Holi in March, the Chaitra got started, and this is the in Hindi calendar we also considered as this is the starting month. That they used to the women who regularly used to cut the stalks and clearing the crops, and the men who were basically engaged in the rural hunting as well as cutting the trees. And this hunt began with the full moon from the east and the traps of bamboos. It means the bamboos which act as a traps, it means jal. And further the women, they were gathering the fruits. It means those works which was easy in nature, these were performed by the women. And further the tamarind and mushroom as well as the sago, these type of things was collected by them. Baga woman was only gathers the root of kanda and mahua seeds, as we have discussed it earlier. And all the Adivasis in central India, like the Bagas, which they were known as the best hunters, because they were hunting, basically they were living in the forest, and their main occupation beside the agriculture, it was hunting. So by doing the practice, they became most efficient in the hunting. Further in Baisakh, the fighting the forest took place. It means to clearing it away. And further, the women also gathered the unburnt wood to burn it. It means those who, which the slash and burn technology was there they used to, which the remain things were left, they used to collect in and further used it for burning. And the men again continuing to the hunt at the nearer their village. And in Jet, like it's the May, the sowing and place hunting still went on. The beans were ripened and the Kartik Kudki became ripe. It means now it's the season was there to ripening of the crops. And further, the again every crops was ready. And further, the crops it was ready. And in Push, it means in the October November seasons, they were, it was the time for the winnowing and husking. These are the methods through which they used to keep away the, you can say, the outer covering of the crops. And they used to uh, clear it. And further, in the Magh, the shifted, the beavers and hunting gathering was the main subsistence activity. It means one side they were doing these activities, the agricultural activities, wherever the other side the hunting and gathering was their major occupation. And this cycle was going on because for the first year as well as in the second year there was more of for the hunting, as well as the few crops were sown and harvested. But since if there would be the enough food, then the men live in the beavers. It was only in the third year that the diet had to produce supplement of the forest products. It means these places they were getting the forest products, and they were also dependent on the forest products as well as the agricultural products which was being cleared, cleared the forest, and further they used to harvest this crop from there. Okay dear students, read the paragraph and keep watching. Thank you.